Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are live from the St. Robert's Center in Venice, California, for our first ever virtual Catholic Charities of Los Angeles Spirit of Giving celebration. I'm James Drawlinger, a member of the OLA Advisory Board, and our co-host is our friend and iconic Los Angeles weatherman, Fritz Coleman. Also with us tonight is well-known pastor Monsignor Lloyd Torgeson, whose parish community, St. Monica, is being honored tonight. Now remember, make sure you are logged into Zoom, your video is enabled, and you can just scroll up and enjoy this show.
I'm so happy to be with you, Jim. We are so pleased that you are among our many stars who gather to celebrate and fundraise with us, because as we have learned over the years, and as we will see tonight, when stars align, miracles happen. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are praying for miracles. We hope that you have discovered our amazing online star auction, which opened a week ago and closes at 9 o'clock tonight. You can access the auction by texting Miracles 2020 to 41444 and clicking the auction icon or on the website itself. If you are so moved by what you see and hear tonight, you can also make a donation in this same way. Text Miracles 2020 to 41444, click to donate, and we're going to be broadcasting this online for several weeks afterwards, so you can tell your friends you had a spectacular time, and maybe they'll donate as well. In light of the recent championship win for our great city of Los Angeles, take a listen to two familiar LA Dodger celebrities who have a special message to share.
Hi, everybody, from the Dodger Stadium TV booth. Joe Davis.
Oral Hershiser.
We are really excited to be a small part of this night for such an incredible cause.
Yeah, for Catholic Charities, I know you guys focus a lot on women and children and feeding some people. We're really excited about all the great work that you do in Los Angeles.
We figured just sitting around here, we're coming up with a way that we could help and not just delivering a message here, but why don't we, when things get back to normal,
right,
and there are people in this ballpark again, why don't we plan on whoever bids the most? We do an auction on this. You get 4 tickets to a game on us, and you get to come up to the booth to visit.
Yeah, and you don't have to be a cardboard cutout. You can actually come to the game, and right here in the booth with us, getting ready to do it. So it'll be 4 tickets that'll be outstanding, and then when you come up the booth, it'll be in the middle innings. You get to stay for a whole inning, maybe put the headset on that's in between us, and we want to raise the money. We really want you guys to get excited about this. It's a great time. We've done it for some other charities. I think you really enjoy it.
Yeah, awesome. So get those bids going once it's time. Make sure that we take care of the people that need being taken care of for such a wonderful cause. Hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see 4 of you sometime soon.
Well, if the bidding gets high enough, maybe we do 2 of them. So raise it way up. Raise it way up, and if we see the amount is so impressive, we'll figure out a way to do 2 of them.
Sweet. We can get 8 people up here. 4 at a time, but see you soon.
All right.
Thanks so much, guys. Thank you for bringing us one of the great bright lights in the midst of this pandemic. Yay, Blue. Good job. And right now, before we go any further, we have our first giveaway. If you signed up for a party package, or if you are a sponsor, your name exists in this bowl. Our first giveaway is 2 bottles of wine and the album Strange Days by The Doors, signed by Robbie Krieger, and our first winner is Jim.
Well, that's not going to work. It says anonymous.
No
so I think I'll draw another one.
No. Seriously?
Yep.
Oh.
It's the Brosmer family.
Yay!
And hopefully you're on Zoom and we can find you.
There we go.
Fantastic.
I think they are. There we go. Do you recognize any of them? Oh, there they are. Well, we want to hear from another sports personality right now to share some thoughts on the importance of giving. Take a look.
Hey everybody, tonight is a night to be very generous. I'm Steve Mason from ESPN. Thanks a lot for having me tonight. I wanted to just take a minute and talk about the challenging times that we're all living in and the role that faith has played in dealing with it for me. So I've got 2 sort of tenets to be able to get through this period. One is acceptance. You got to ride the horse in the direction it's going. You got to play by the rules. You've got to be really, really smart, and you've got to take care of yourself. And forgiveness, self-forgiveness. Some of us have eaten too much. Some of us have had a little too much to drink. Some of us have overdone it in some way. And we've got to be willing to accept that and to forgive that in ourselves. So there are some thoughts from me. Again, tonight, be very, very generous to Catholic Charities. I grew up Catholic and still, to this day, carry the tenets of my faith. So I wish you peace and blessings and have a great night.
Now it's time to relax, sit back, pour your favorite beverage, and give thanks. Tonight, you will witness the work of our staff at Catholic Charities and firsthand through 3 incredible client stories. Our staff are the stars that align every day to make miracles happen. Here tonight is a special message for them from a Catholic Charities supporter and friend.
Hey everybody, Ray Romano here, and I want to throw a shout out to the staff and volunteers at the Catholic Charities of Los Angeles for their incredible selfless work. All the work they're doing now during the pandemic too, you're out there every day. Every day you're out there. What have I done? I feel ashamed. I mean, in the last 6 months, I hardly shower. And yet every day you're out there providing hope to people who need it. I strongly support the Catholic Charities of Los Angeles for their steadfast commitment to helping others. And I challenge all of you to please do the same. So God bless and best wishes from my home to yours.
Thank you so much, Ray. I love very talented people who are comfortable in their own skin and just give so much. He is one of those guys, a lovely person. Thank you, Ray. To you and your family, we appreciate your support. These are, to say the very least, strange times, aren't they? Some of you may be old enough to remember that in 1967, the legendary Los Angeles band The Doors released an album called Strange Days. As a special treat for you tonight, and especially for me because I get to introduce these guys, and live from St. Robert's Center in Venice, we have with us revered lead guitarist for The Doors, Robbie Krieger, who's going to open the show with a couple of songs, including Love Me Two Times. No. Sorry. No, he just left. No. Anyway, it's our great pleasure to introduce Robbie. We're so thankful you're here.
Thank you, Fritz. Right. We have Mr. Ed Roth on keyboard. Love me 2-time, babe. Love me twice today. Love me 2-time, girl. 'Cause I'm going away. But love me 2-time, yeah. One for tomorrow, one just for today. Love me 2 times. Go away. Well, love me 1 time. I could not speak. But love me 1 time. My knees got weak. But love me 2 times, yeah. Lasting me all through the week. Love me 2 times, I'm gonna. Love me 2 times, I'm going away. Come on, Ed. We got it right. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to do another song right now, and it's called People Are Strange. This is kind of a strange world we're living in at this point, but where if everybody can help each other out, then it'll get a lot less strange. People are strange. When you're a stranger, faces look ugly. When you're alone, people when you're unwanted, streets are uneven. When you're down, when you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, people are strange. When you're a stranger, faces look ugly. When you're alone, women seem wicked. When you're unwanted, streets are uneven. When you're down, when you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Your faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Thank you.
Of all the great songs that you've created over these so many years, why did you choose those for us tonight?
Well, hello. Well, this one especially, these times we're living in are just so damn strange. It seemed apropos, and we just hope that people will dig into their pockets and help out. And there's so many people hurting right now. We're just doing everything we can.
Thank you, Robbie, very much for that great contribution, especially to Catholic Charities, but also to us tonight. So thank you so much. As Catholics, we're called to welcome the stranger. And in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 25, Catholic Charities is an organization that helps all people in need, even strange people, and certainly the strangers. And Catholic Charities has not wavered during these most uniquely strange times. And so thank you, Robbie, for celebrating your gift of music with us tonight. We're so grateful for that. And now we're going to hear more about the great work of Catholic Charities in Los Angeles.
Yes. Listen, last year, we celebrated the 100th anniversary of Catholic Charities in Los Angeles. So this year, we're launching a new Century of Service to the most vulnerable across Los Angeles. We hear the statistics, the unemployment, those unable to pay rent or mortgage, families forced to live in their cars. We know friends and family who need relief. We witness the homeless crisis all over Los Angeles. Even in what we would call a normal year, poverty does not take a break. The pandemic shines a light on things we already know. We know that those on the margins take the greatest brunt of an economic crisis, and the cost is physical, mental, and emotional. This is where Catholic Charities of Los Angeles shines as the light of hope and relief. You're going to see and hear 3 stories of people helped by the programs of Catholic Charities. The first is a single mom, Johanna, assisted by the Good Shepherd Center in Echo Park.
After my juvenile life, when I was 15, I got tattoos on my face. I was already from a neighborhood. I pretty much gave up on life. So when people see gang members are crazy and stuff, they're really not crazy. They're really just suicidal. You're just suicidal and you want to die for something, and you just think a street is fine to die for, you know? That's pretty much my story. I was a good gang member, but I was just suicidal. I just wanted to die. As a kid who has no hope, it's hard to find the hope again, you know? I probably was 10 years old and I was starting to become a teenager. Then my family started falling apart and getting fights with my dad. He'd kick me out. My mom wouldn't defend me. So that's when I first started experiencing homelessness, and I'd sleep in parks. I'd try to cover my face so nobody would recognize that I was a girl. I was only like 11 years old, 12. That's when I was pretty much introduced to gangs. In my neighborhood, people view gang members as bad people. They're really not bad. They're just broken inside. They come from broken homes. They don't have nowhere to go. So you just build your own little, pretty much your own crew. You become part of a gang, and it gives you that support, that love that you just don't get. It's not a good love because they don't teach you anything. I got in the foster system about, I think, 12 years old, 13. And the reason I hate the foster system is because they place foster kids in juvenile halls on hold. You tell the kids in juvenile hall, if you keep being bad, you don't have a home to go to, right? Well, most of us in the juvenile halls don't have a home to go to, so why would we even behave good? I never had no stable housing. After probation camps, I still never had stable housing. When I was 18, I was sent to prison, and I had to do 16 months with half. I got out of prison, I was 19. I got pregnant with my daughter, and I really didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I wanted to keep her or not. To be honest, I didn't know anything. Went to jail again pregnant, and I started realizing, it wasn't until I went to jail pregnant that I realized I don't want this life no more. I couldn't eat the food anymore. Before, as a youth, I didn't care if you sent me to jail because I didn't have nowhere to go. I couldn't get no job. I couldn't do anything. The system wouldn't help juveniles. They just don't help. There's nothing they can do to juveniles. Even the public defenders, as much as they wanted to help you to stop coming back, they can't offer me housing as a kid, so there was nothing nobody could do. So when I was pregnant, I was in the county, I thought about everything a little bit more, and I just wanted something else. So when I got out, I went to Homeboys, and I started working on myself a little bit more. I had to sign a lease, which was about $1,400. There was the only lease. Probation said you have 30 days to get an apartment, or else you're gonna go back to jail. And I was pregnant, so I really didn't want to go back to jail no more, you know? It was horrible. I had to work 2 jobs. I was able to be referred to Good Shepherd. I stayed at Good Shepherd. Once I came to Good Shepherd, they told me about the program. They told me I'd get my own apartment. I said, okay, great, more stability. Elvia Valdez is the associate director of the Good Shepherd Center, and she's pretty much just been like a mom figure. Believe it or not, even if I was homeless, I would still get A's in school and community college. I stayed in community college for 3 years. I was still able to have my job, work, go to school full time, and take care of my daughter. So I used to work next to the legal department, and one of the lawyers there was like, hey, what do you want to do? And I was already in a college class, and I was like, I don't really know what I want to do. She's like, you should be a lawyer, because I was always hanging out with her. I'd go run with her and everything. And I just thought she was crazy for saying that. You know, I'm like, dude, I went to prison. I can't be a lawyer. She's like, yeah, you can. I'm like, okay. So then Brittany, which is at Homeboys too in the education department, she's like, you could be whatever you want. So she enrolled me in the major political science, which I'm still in. And I've been able to graduate from community college with 3.9. And I applied to 5 universities, which was UCLA, UC Berkeley, Riverside, and Irvine, and USC. And I got accepted to all of them, and I got 4 rides in all of them. I chose UCLA, which I start tomorrow. I kind of started reading today, it's a little bit of a handful, but it's fine. But I think the biggest blessing, the biggest stability that anyone can have, which is why people reoffend, why people can't get their lives together, is because there's no housing. Housing is ridiculously expensive. I now pay 80% of my income, which is I can still afford everything. It's a lot more doable. I can still afford McDonald's sometimes with my daughter. I can still afford things. As far as what made me turn my life around, I think it was my daughter. I think it was, if I wanted to do something, I didn't want my daughter to look back and be like, Mom, what did you do with your life? You didn't do nothing. And I didn't want her to be like, oh, it's okay, she doesn't have to do anything. Plus, I love school. I love learning about topics that I never learned as a kid, and I think that's how I've been able to make it. And I've kind of learned, like, it's not really how smart you are, it's how much time you put effort in to get that A in the class. My life just got 100 times better just knowing that I have stability and I have housing. Like, everything else just falls in place. So I do believe in miracles. Sometimes I look back and I look at myself in the mirror, and sometimes I think, like, okay, like, I've made it this far. It's been a miracle that I've been able to make it this far. I go to church in Pacoima of St. Jude, and I believe in St. Jude a lot because he's like the saint of the impossible miracles, I guess. And just know that miracles can happen, and I want everyone else to know that. I want everyone else that's been in my position to know you can still do it. You can do whatever your dreams are. They're not crazy. So I think with the help of the Good Shepherd Center and like other Catholic charities throughout LA, I think having them being able to look at people like me and understand that they're worth saving, they're worth the time, they're worth giving them housing to, and not think we're the worst of the worst thing we've done is pretty much one of the biggest things that I hope everyone continues to do, putting that money and that effort into people like me, continue giving to the communities that are broken, continue giving to all those nonprofits that are trying to just get the best out of all those people that are labeled as bad people. As far as life now, I think it's a lot better. I see the future a lot clearer. I can sleep better. I know everything's gonna be okay.
That is a determined young lady.
A couple of lessons in there: a great survival story, a great success story, a devoted mother story, and I love the one comment she made, Jim, which was not to judge gang members. They're not bad people. They're just people looking for a family, but looking in the wrong place.
Fabulous.
Pretty brave.
Really great stuff. Well, next, we're going to hear the story of a young family of 5 supported by The Landing right here at at the St. Robert Center in Venice. We have 2 young parents, Rosie and Joseph, with their 2 toddlers and infant baby, and how they are managing during these very difficult times.
Hi, my name is Rosie, and this is Lamelli, or Elsa, and this is Beautiful, this is Nahum, and this is my husband Joseph. When COVID hit, we was all just living in our car, me and my 2 kids, my husband, and I was pregnant. So we were just trying to find somewhere to stay in our car.
Find somewhere to park.
Safe, yeah.
Yeah, me finding somewhere to park for us to be suitable to sleep at night. Then it started getting really bad on the news, and we would hear on the radio that the National Guard was coming out. You couldn't be out at a certain time. We couldn't be in our car. So it was very hard finding somewhere to park to sleep. So I would find the darkest spots. We would tint up the windows and put the sun visor in our front window so the car would be dark enough to where nobody could see in.
Being pregnant in my car on top of COVID, it was very hard. I have enough room. I don't think it was enough room for me. We isolated our kids from even having fun because we need more rest, or we'll be up all night watching our kids sleep because we not knowing if we're safe where we are, you know. It was just nerve-wracking, and then when we found you guys, it was more better. Like, you guys tried to help us more. The Landing helped us a lot because it was just like, okay, we're gonna try whatever we can. At least we can give you some type of resource. Even when you guys told us to call 211, it helped one night. You know, it was give us to rest. You know,
place to shower.
It was very helpful, like, you know. And then you guys saw a lot in us to even just refer us to people to give us the help that we have now. So it was a lot. You text me, was like, what, you're in the car? You're still in the car? No, that's not gonna work. And I remember that text. I still remember that text, and I was just like, huh? Babe, I think she's gonna help us. And we love the Landing, and we're very grateful you know, just in general. Now we're to a point where we're almost, you know, moving into our place. We're so blessed that we have Section 8 now, and we're able to give our family a home. Like, we didn't even think this was going to ever happen. Can actually celebrate things with them, their birthday and everything like that. Like right now we're in a hotel until our place is inspected and it's passed, and then we're gonna be into our place, and we're just right now just waiting process, and we're just being humble, and you know, we're just very grateful for the landing and just very grateful for them just giving us the opportunity to be in their space. Now we have goals that we already set that we can actually accomplish, that we can actually work on now, short-term and long-term goals. So we're just trying to accomplish everything that we want to accomplish now, because I feel like we don't have nothing to stop us anymore. We have all the help and all the, you know, everything, resources to, you know, push at everything we want to do. And if we need help, we can call Landon, we can call Ruben, or, you know, Dara, or you know, Lori, or anybody, or here for help, you know, just resources in general, therapy, anything. You guys love us so much,
like
and it's like
family.
our family, like, yeah.
Do I believe in miracles? Yes, I do. My kids, me turning out to be a great father, the place that we're about to move into, that was a big miracle. Just
me.
Yes, you are a miracle. My wife being one of my miracles, just my family.
I believe in miracles, but I don't really necessarily call them miracles. I call them blessings. I believe in having faith, you know, and faith will make you have a miracle. It will turn into a miracle, you know. My miracles is my family, the landing, you know, just having my faith in God to just push through, because it's hard. It's so hard to even have kids or have a marriage in general, you know. So I'm just happy, and I'm grateful to have these miracles. I'm really blessed, you know, like to be out these streets, like in homelessness in LA is so bad. Like,
we got our car during COVID.
Driving down the street, I always see the homeless people on the side of the golf course. And we always pray for them, and we've seen now they're gone. Pretty much just waiting, you know, we waited to come move into our place and get the keys and have the call to say to go to move into our place. So
by Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving, we're jumping for joy, but it's just like we're trying to, like, you know, keep it together, because, you know, our kids don't know what's in store. They seen the house, but when they left, they cried.
Yes,
and didn't even know that that's gonna be our home. So we're just blessed.
Lovely people, loving parents, adorable children.
And really puts a face on what is LA's most pervasive problem, the problem of homelessness. But there is hope. They're a great example.
Absolutely
Great
hope.
story.
And finally, we hear the story of an elderly gentleman helped off the streets thanks to our own St. Margaret's Center in Lenox.
You know, you got to strengthen your faith, strengthen your belief. You strengthen your belief, you can get some relief and release the grieving and the grief, and know there are better days ahead. I was a performer. I performed all across America, Europe, Canada, a lot of places. I've been to a lot of places during my time. But then there came a point where I had a thing that really turned my life around. I had a thing called prostate cancer. And it just really changed my life in a serious kind of way. My finances was disappearing. At one time I thought I had a little money. And so I looked up and I didn't have a place of my own. I lost a place of my own. All of my life, the number one thing that you were supposed to have was to have a place to live that you can take care and call your own. And most of my life I've done that. Instead of being concentrating on my artwork and things like that, it came a point I concentrated on staying alive. I do believe in prayer. And a lot of times people say, what are you praying about? You believe in that? And I said, yes. It's your faith. And faith is all about a belief. And I found out a lot of people get hurt because they want to compare it with logic and reasoning. And it defies logic and reason in many, many ways. Well, I think I'm in a productive life, even though I'm going through changes. He spoke that time and I said, what's going on, man? I said, man, I'm still in love with life. It just popped out. And I said, oh, thank you, God. The miracle is the belief. Sometimes you might want to have a conversation. If you're going through some changes, just like get in a quiet place and say, dear God, can you say, dear God? Dear God, I need help. I have things I need to do, I want to do, I don't know how to do. I need to just say like you're talking to a real person. In dealing with life, there are certain things you got to deal with, like I tell people. It's like I said, especially young people, but even older people. The first thing is called necessity. That's the first thing you got to take care of. Having a place to stay is a necessity. I'm here at the St. Margaret Center, a center that's doing a lot of things right now, helping a whole lot of people. Thinking what we're going through right now, a lot of people need help. And the St. Margaret Center here, that's what they're doing. They're providing a thing that a lot of people don't have. They're feeding people, because not only do you, one thing, you need a place to stay, but definitely you gotta have food to eat. I'm in a situation where I'm not gonna be forever. I'm in a situation I'm gonna be for, well, maybe a week or two, maybe a little longer. But I know better days are ahead.
A lot of courage.
A lot of wisdom. Wow. Yeah. Just a man with a full life behind him. Pretty amazing.
He became a street prophet.
Yep, exactly.
And make sure that you stay tuned to the end of the show to hear the music of our new friend Otis. These three stories really show how the stars have aligned to create some miraculous results, thanks, quite frankly, to all of your generosity.
Hey everyone, Mark Wahlberg here. I hope you guys are well. First and foremost, I want you all to know that you and your families are my thoughts and my prayers. Hopefully everybody is safe and healthy. God bless you always. Thank you so much for all of your support with Catholic Charities. I know we are living in unprecedented times, but it's so important to support those that are really in need. So I really appreciate your generosity this evening. Please give as much as you possibly can. And I look forward to seeing you guys all in person. Again, you're always in my thoughts and my prayers. God bless you. Love you.
We're going to start a star-raising event now to raise funds for these three programs. You all should have stars with your names on them, and we'd like you to raise those stars as you feel moved to support the programs of Catholic Charities. If you don't have a star, write your name on a big piece of paper so we can acknowledge you. Take it away, Fritz.
Okay, thank you, Jim. We're over here in the philanthropy room, the money extraction area. This is where we're going to ask you to participate. Through a very sophisticated series of satellite hookups, I am able to see every Ring camera in Southern California. I'll show you the whole works in a few minutes. Look at all the people behind me. This is all you. Now, a couple of things. Some of you don't have your video turned on, so please make sure your video is switched on so I can recognize you, because when you make a bid, particularly if it's the winning bid, you're going to hold up your paddle. You're going to hold it up until I recognize you if you're the winner, and you'll see your name on the paddle, and I'll be able to read it. So we're going to do that in just a couple of seconds. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Remember, this show is going to be online after we're finished. And so if you have a good time tonight, maybe you can tell people you saw Robbie Krieger in a live performance. You can tell them to watch this whole presentation online, and the donate button will be up there so you can make a donation even after this show is over. In the meantime, I want you to make sure your video is clicked on, you're settled, you have a cocktail or the non-alcoholic beverage of your choice. I'm happy to be here, and I think we need to Get used to this type of an event. I think we're going to be doing this type of event for a long time. There'll be very few large events in large venues. There may not be any more large venues at the end of COVID. There's a rumor that they're turning the Hollywood Bowl into a skate park. I don't know if that's true or not. But I'll tell you about this and the irony of the pandemic. I've been going to therapy for 40 years to learn how to not isolate. And here I am, solitary confinement. All that's missing is an ankle monitor. I was a lot more scared at the beginning of the pandemic because every night on the news, they're scaring the heck out of old people. They're saying, you old people, this virus is coming for you. It only wants you, just like unlicensed contractors and Liberian online scammers. It's coming after old people. But now I'm kind of relaxed into it and settled into a routine. I only leave my house for food. I wash my hands 46 times a day. I spend the day in my black hole of emotional despair, trying to figure out how to make pizza on a 3D printer. So things are very good. Somebody just today, as we were rehearsing for tonight, asked me what I thought the best part of quarantine was. And I had to think about it for a minute, but I do have an answer. The best part of quarantine is we're forced to bond with our homes. During normal times, we don't spend enough time in our homes. We spend the bulk of our time at work trying to pay for our homes. And another huge chunk of time traveling to and from work in order to pay for our homes. When all is said and done, we've spent the least amount of time in the place we spend the most amount of time trying to pay for. And at the end of the year, if there's any time left over, what do? We leave home and go on vacation. So be thankful. We haven't asked you to leave your homes tonight. Here is the reality of why we're doing a virtual fundraiser. Even though we have these strange circumstances, the pandemic, the need for all of the wonderful work done by Catholic Charities isn't diminished. We still have homeless people that need our help. We still need people that need every aspect of the services we have to offer. So we're asking you to dig deeply tonight. And if you're really fortunate, I will recognize you, seeing you on the screen at home, and I might point you out. Look at all these. Look at the fantastic. We have great participants. Everybody wave at the same time. Look, that's unbelievable. Look, well, 5 people out of several thousand. There they go. Oh, that's great. And every once in a while, we're going to check in on our thermometer just to see how we're doing. And I do want to tell you that when we get up to about this level, a fever this high, not only will we raise a lot of money, but everybody has to get a COVID test. If we have one right now, we have a lot of early participation. Our goal is $500,000 for all the obvious reasons. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to start at a certain level. It's going to be a high level. It's a reach for the sky level. It's a pie in the sky level to see if we can get any participation at that level. And I will tell you what a donation of that size would do for Catholic Charities, and you will be astonished at the value you get for your donated dollars to Catholic Charities. And again, to remind you, if you would like to bid, I want you to raise the paddle with a star on it that has your name on it, and don't lower it until I have a chance to recognize you. And that way it'll be a smooth running operation. I feel very powerful. Look at all these people. This is unbelievable. I wish this person would have dressed a little nicer, but that's okay. That's the Velasco family, and we would expect them to. Maybe. And Tom Hofarth, look at Tom's checking himself out. How do I look? I look fantastic. Felicia Bradley is there alone, and she has a cat in her lap or something. I don't know what that is. And Silvana Fusco, what a beautiful smile she has. She has a look of concern on her face, but I hope she's having a good time. Okay, here we go. We're going to start high. We like to shoot for the sky, as I say. If there is anyone in our very supportive audience, previous supporters of Catholic Charities, people who have benefited from Catholic Charities and know somebody who has, if you would like to donate at the $25,000 level, I said we're starting high, please raise your paddle. I will bow in your direction, and I will come to your home and mow your lawn. Is there anybody at the $25,000 level? Please raise your paddle. It would be awesome if we had one person who would break the ice at the $25,000 level. I see a lot of movement. I see a lot of going for cocktails. I see a lot of people shooing cats off their lap, but I don't see a $25,000 bidder. Anybody on this side? We have great participation. Okay, think about it. Maybe you'd like to chew on that for a while. How about the $15,000 level? Let me tell you what $15,000 will do. It is a critical case management support for a large group of people. And I will tell you that we already have an anonymous donor at the $15,000 level. We would love to see you match that as a way of thanking this wonderful person who isn't seeking our accolades, but is certainly doing us a big favor. Anybody at the $15,000 level? I see discussions going on amongst families. Anybody at the $15,000 level? Danielle Dowd is not only not donating, he's leaving the room. That's how much I've frightened him with that figure. Jane Cram, she's comfortable on the couch with her husband. Jane, before you nod off in your husband's arms, how about $15,000? Anybody? Nuria Martinez has a beautiful smile. She looks like she could spend $15,000. Anybody at the 15 level? Hold your paddle up so we can see it. Anybody? Maybe you'll have a change of heart and do it later. At the $10,000 level, if you were to donate $10,000, let me tell you what you would be supporting. It would shelter 100 women and 28 children for one day at the Good Shepherd Center. 100 women and 28 children for $10,000. And I'll tell you, somebody understands the value of $10,000 because Jeff Worthy, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, just before the show tonight, donated $10,000. Jeff, we love you. We bow in your direction. Anybody at the $10,000 level? Oh, there's some applause for $10,000. I'm scanning. I'm looking at Silvana Fusco, and I've lost eye contact with her. Paul Jacoby, he looks like $10,000 wouldn't be out of the stratosphere for him. There he is. Hi, Paul, you got a great smile. Thank you. Listen, you just redid all the appliances in your kitchen. I can tell you have $10,000, don't you? No, maybe not. Anybody else? Jean Essa, my mission is to get you to smile before the night's over, Jean. There you go. Just smile and I'll leave you alone. There we go. Thank you. Tom Hofarth has the greatest look of disinterest on his face of anybody I've ever seen. Anybody else here? How about the Velasco family? There's the Velasco family. I love your glasses frames, Mr. Velasco. Anybody at the $10,000 level? We'd love to thank Jeff Worthy and make him not feel alone at the $10,000 level. Anybody? Hold your paddle up. Anybody? Anybody? I can tell by the decor in your homes that you have $10,000, probably in petty cash somewhere in your den for emergencies. Anybody at the $10,000 level? Okay, I won't harp on it. If you were to donate $5,000, my sweet friends, this would help one woman, one family, secure permanent housing. And that includes counseling from a housing coordinator, rental applications, first and last month's rent, new household items, and connection of utilities. This is $5,000. This is Southern California. That's miraculous that we can make that happen at Catholic Charities. Anybody at the $5,000 level, hold up your paddle. Let me see your name. Let me recognize you. Let me show people what a wonderful, generous person you are. Anybody at the $5,000 level? Anybody? How about Mary Kay Cocharo? She looks like she's reading the New York Times. Mary Kay, are you there? Herman Pass. Hello, Mrs. Pass. Jane Cram, how are you? Roberto Calderon. You've got a great smile, but the top of your head's cut off. Dick Williams. Hi, Dick. Anybody at the $5,000 level? Nuria Martinez. I love that name. Nancy Ryman. Who else? Jeremy Brosmer. Hi, Jeremy. I love the beard. Is that real? Just wave if it's real. Okay, thank you. Terry Glazier. Hi, Terry. Yeah, Terry. Whoop, sorry. She's balancing her checkbook. Fernando Sarabia. Hey, Fernando. Hi, Fernando. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, well, that's the $5,000 level. Again, if you'd like to make a donation of any of these sizes, you can certainly do it later, because some of these are things that require some thought ahead of time and clearing it with your accountant and your spouse. How about the $2,500 level? $2,500 helps get one homeless woman off the streets and into a shelter for 12 weeks. That's $2,500 for 12 weeks. Pretty astonishing. Not only that, it will pay for immigration filing fees for an immigrant family trying to adjust status to legal residency. That can be a complicated process. Anybody at the $2,500 level? Hold up your paddle if you have one there. Make some sort of a signal that you hear me, you're willing to donate. Hit that donate button on your screen. 20, text 41444. Anybody at the $2,500 level? Let's see you hold up those paddles. Anybody? Think about it. Make a donation. Get together with your neighbors. Text a friend. Do we have one? Holy cow! There they are. It's the Ryman family. Give them a round of applause to my crew. Bless you. $2,500. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Yay! All right. There's a $2,500 bid. Anybody else at $2,500? See, we'll recognize you right here on our VIP screen. Anybody else at the $2,500 level? Love to see one. Anybody? Okay. $1,000 will do this. Pretty amazing. It covers a week's worth of parenting classes, counseling, tutoring, and recreational activities for the children living at Good Shepherd. It also allows low-income and homeless clients no-cost counseling for 13 sessions to work through challenges and trauma. That could be a life-saving ability for them at $1,000 to be able to do that. And also, listen to this, $1,000 pays low-income utilities for a year. $1,000 is huge in the life of somebody who has special need. Anybody out there at the $1,000 level, raise your paddle. Let us put you in the screen. There's a man having ribs. Look at that. Fantastic. Those ribs cost $500. Anybody? Oh, okay, the Velasco family. Put them up on the VIP screen. Yay, Velasco family. There's a $1,000 bid. I love corrective eyewear, and you have the best glasses frames I've ever seen. Nice. Thank you, Velasco family. We appreciate you so much. There's a $1,000 bid. Anybody else at $1,000? Let's go to this side of the room. Anybody at $1,000? $1,000. Don't make us wait. Anybody at $1,000? Help us out at Catholic Charities. Okay, at the $500 level, and again, you can bid. As a matter of fact, let's check this out. We're slowly moving up here. $288,955 at our goal of $500,000. And our thermometer is slowly moving up toward a low-grade fever. We've got a way to go. On the side, we've got Chris Edmonds for $50. We've got Molly McGonigal for $50, Hilda McGonigal for $100. And why did Molly only do $50 and Hilda McGonigal did $100? Anyway, $25 for Nancy Stevens, $100 for Dana Dolan, an anonymous donor for $2,500. That's the spirit. Also anonymous for $5. Barry Wright, $200. And Robert Sirok for $120. How about a $1,000 donation by Michael Vincent? Thank you so much. And it's so easy to do. Just hit donate. And if you want to watch this later or tell your friends about it, they can do the same thing. They can donate anytime, seeing this link on the website after our event is over. Let's go to the $500 level. Here we go. This will cover the cost of outreach van, the outreach van and its services it supplies for 1 week. And the visits to homeless women living on the streets in LA, this is a wonderful ministry, a great community outreach job to go make those people feel like they're not alone in the street. And this will cover the cost for a week for that van and the people that have to work in it. It also will pay for a motel voucher for 1 week for a homeless family. $500 can make a huge difference in the life of someone who needs it. Who's in for $500? Let's get to put you up on the VIP screen and give you the credit you so richly deserve. And here's a $500 bid. Nancy Ryman is back. I think it's the Ryman family who's, look at that, it's Chris Ryman. Thank you, my friend. You are a shining star. Thank you, Chris. We love you. We bow in your direction. He's a $500 bidder, and he is our hero. Anybody else at $500? Let's go over here. This side of the room is really starting to anger me over here. We need to have some participation because this is the high tax bracket over here. That's why we have you on this side of the room. Anybody else? Oh, there we go. Who's this? Tad. Look at Tad D. Thank you, Tad. Thank you so much. There's a $500 bid from Tad D and his beautiful wife. They're so, look at to have the same glasses is really, that shows how tight their relationship is. Anybody else at $500? We have Richard Williams for $150. We're thanking Mary McCracken for $100, $1,000 for, $7,500 for Sean Riley and Big Dipper. Paula Hilton for $150. We're already up to $290,000. Come on, let's do it. Anybody else at the $500 level? Don't wait. Let's do it. Susan Gilmore, how about you at $500? Guyleen Brosmer, how about you for $500? The Velasco family, you've already been generous. Ruben Barrero, how about $500 from you? No. Okay. Dick Williams, how about Dick? How about Paul Jacoby? Terry Hayward, how about $500? Anybody else? Jane Cram. We'd love to see another 5. Is our VIP camera occupied? No, it's not. Well, think about it. And maybe you'd like to get in at the $100 level. $100, it's amazing the value you get out of a very minor donation, really. This provides, do we have somebody? Yay! Who is that? Hold it still. You're making me seasick. It's the Cram family. Yay, thank you so much. We expected a little more from you, though, with the real pearls there, to be honest with you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I'm just kidding. We love you. Thank you. Oh, here's some more information. These are online donations. Nanina, N-A-N-N-I-N-A, has donated $1,000. We bow in your direction. Thank you so much, you generous person. Lawrence Mackle is, Lawrence Mackle's in for $500. Rhonda H. and her handsome Dodger-supporting husband or significant other is donating $500. Bless your hearts. Thank you so very much. Thank you. If there were a regular Dodger season, you would have spent that in hot dogs at one game. But you instead donated it to Catholic Charities, and we love you so much. Chris Nakagawa has donated $1,000. These people coming out of nowhere. We just love you. Thank you so much. So a $100 gift, ladies and gentlemen, provides a week's worth of groceries for one family living on Good Shepherd Center's campus. That's groceries for a week for an entire family. Anybody at the $100 level? If you were to donate $100, this pays for 2,000 pounds of food at the LA Regional Food Bank to stock our food pantries. 2,000 pounds of food for $100. How can you not want to participate at that level? Paul Jacoby wants to donate. I see him. There he is. I knew that big smile would pay off. Hold your thing still, Paul. There it is. Oh, here we go. Here's another. Thank you so much, Paul, at $100. Anybody else at $100? Let's see. Oh, Guy Stocks looks like he's considering putting up his star. Guy, are you with us for $100? Give me some kind of a signal. Make the other side of your mouth smile. There we go. Thank you. $100. There's $100 there. Who else at $100? Let's see. Can I pick somebody out who's on the cusp of making a donation? But they. Oh, yeah. I got you, Guy. You're good. Anybody else at $100? Ruben Barrero is applauding but not donating. Ruben, that doesn't get it. I'd like to see $100 from you. Anybody else? Jean Essa, have you considered $100? Paige Malloy with that gorgeous smile. $100 from you doesn't seem like too much. Terry Hayward wants to donate $100, but she's thinking, no. Let's see. Patrice Healy, how about $100 from you, sweet Patrice? No. Okay. How about thanking Thalia and Kelly Doherty, who just gave $750. My whole staff is applauding there. You just can't hear them. Maria Malik, $300. So we've had a lot of generous people. Last chance for a $100 donation. Anybody else? Anybody want to be in the VIP screen? Let us peruse your decor in the background. A lot of you, it's a little too nice in your house. I'm very suspect of that. It looks like you hired a staging company to do it. Anybody else at $100? Give all of yourselves a round of applause. Let's see all of our screens burst into applause as we thank you for your wonderful donations. We have raised $294,755. The bids and the donations keep coming in. Lawrence Bender at $50, Anonymous for $100. Our goal is $500,000, but again, you'll be able to see this online afterwards and maybe make a bid later. We love you so much. These are very odd times. We appreciate you keeping a sense of humor about it. Bless your hearts. Jim, back to you.
What a great show of support tonight. Remember, that donate button is still live for the remainder of this show. And our silent auction won't close until 9 p.m., but it'll close at 9 p.m. sharp. Now, we're going to draw another name for a second giveaway. It's 2 bottles of wine and a $50 gift card to Italy's Little Kitchen in Westchester. And the winner is Anonymous. No, I'm kidding. It is Happy Cappy from Victory Automotive. Congratulations, Happy Cappy. Very exciting. Well, it's time for us to honor others in our community that have made an enormous difference. But first, we have messages from 2 past honorees. Father Greg Boyle, our 2011 Sister Peg Dolan Spirit of Giving honoree, and Roma Downey, our very own angel, and the 2018 Humanitarian honoree.
Hi, I'm Greg Boyle from Homeboy Industries, and it's a real privilege to join you this evening and to celebrate the amazing work of Catholic Charities here in Los Angeles. I was privileged and humbled to be honored a number of years ago with Bob Newhart. I got to meet Bob Newhart. That was nice. And it was a lot of years ago. I think I had hair. Anyway, the poet Wallace Stevens says, "We live in the description of the place, but not in the place itself." And here's what Catholic Charities does. It creates the place itself, a community of kinship such that God, in fact, might recognize it, a place of kindness and tenderness, a place of connection where there is no us and them, just us. So congratulations, Catholic Charities, and all the honorees tonight.
Hello, friends of Catholic Charities. My name is Roma Downey. I had the good fortune to be honored by this wonderful group a few years ago. I appreciate all your support of the work that they do, the marvelous work that they do, and the difference they make in the lives of so many. 2020, what can we say? It's been quite a year, and it's not over yet. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't have gotten through it without my faith. I wake up in the morning and I thank God every day for health, for family, for community, for our great city here, the City of Angels, Los Angeles. Wishing you all peace wherever you are. God bless. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Take care out there. Okay? Bye.
Beautiful, Roma. Well, we have some late donations, and we don't want to go without thanking these people like Herb and Jan Massey for $500.
Yeah.
Michelle Say, $500. Thank you so much. Mary Rotolo, $2,500.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's just awesome. Thalia and Kelly Doherty, another $750.
Thank
and
you,
Maria
thank you.
Malik, $300, Jim.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Well, this year, our Sister Peg Dolan Spirit of Giving Award is a little unusual. Watch this. The Sister Peg Dolan Memorial Spirit of Giving Award is traditionally given to a priest, a deacon, a religious sister, or a brother who has served the people of God in an exceptional way throughout their lifetime. This year of 2020 has caused us to break with some of our traditions in favor of some new realities. Likewise, this year's recipient breaks one of our Catholic Charities traditions in that for the first time, we're honoring an entire iconic community and their iconic leader for their exemplary service to the people of God. The 2020 Sister Peg Dolan Memorial Spirit of Giving Award goes to the St. Monica Catholic Community, Monsignor Lloyd Torgeson, Pastor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
you.
I believe the thanks goes to our amazing parishioners who really make this all possible. So thank you, and thanks to them.
And in particular, we want to thank our St. Robert Center volunteers who, even in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic, are still out there on Saturday mornings, working with the clients, making sure they have everything that they need. So many, many thanks to you and for your dedication and love.
Monsignor, I invite you to come on up. We have a few more friends that want to thank you and your amazing parish community.
Good evening. I'm so honored to support the great work of Catholic Charities tonight. And I know 2020 has been such a tough year for so many of us. And it's more important than ever that we all continue to be there for one another in these challenging times. For me, growing up in a faith-based family, I learned from my parents, who were great examples for me, the importance of giving back. And I learned that even the smallest of gestures and acts of service and acts of kindness go a long way for people in need. Catholic Charities, they continue to do so much to give back to those in need. And I personally congratulate my great friend, my pastor, Pastor Lloyd in St. Monica's, on all the selfless work they've done throughout the Los Angeles community for so many years, not just this year, but for so many years. And the 2020 Sister Peg Dolan Spirit of Giving Award is so well deserved in a year where we need that spirit of giving and the gift of faith more than ever. I wholeheartedly believe in giving, that we actually receive more, and I hope that everyone here tonight can keep passing on the message of hope, love, and giving. Enjoy your evening.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Judy Vaughn, and I'm founding director of Alexandria House. It was such an honor to receive the Peg Dolan Spirit of Giving Award several years ago, and I'm so glad to be with you this evening, especially to be able to celebrate St. Monica's, all the parishioners, Father Lloyd Torgerson. They have been great supporters of ours, and we're just one of the many agencies that they bring such love, care, and a commitment to work for justice together. So have a great evening, and thank you again.
Hi, I'm Father Jim Martin, a Jesuit priest and author here at America Magazine. I just want to say thanks to everybody who's helping out LA Catholic Charities, a wonderful organization. And I also want to say congratulations to my good friend Monsignor Torgerson for receiving the Peg Dolan Award. Ad multos annos.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Monsignor.
So people of St. Monica, this is for you. I am very grateful to Judy and to Tom and to James, who spoke tonight on behalf of the Catholic Charities and St. Monica. It means a lot to me to have friends across this country who continue to give us love and support. So I'm so grateful for that, and I thank them very, very much. I knew Peg Dolan, and she was in the spirit of the religious of the Sacred Heart of Mary. They taught me when I was a little kid in St. Alphonsus Parish in East Los Angeles, where I grew up. And that was her community. And their charism was to serve everyone, but especially to serve the poor. And Peg was a great example of that. Sister Peg was a great example of that. And so it feels a special honor to receive this gift tonight in her name. And we're so grateful for the work that those sisters do across this nation. Pope Francis tells us that we are to go to the peripheries. And that's the challenge for all of us in our tradition, that we go to the far corners of the earth to serve people, to serve the poor, to serve those who need a good word. We have a special connection with our sister parish in Nairobi, Kenya. It's a huge parish in that community, and they do extraordinary work there. And we've been so privileged over the last 19 years to be with them, to help serve them, to give them good support. But their return, as Tom Brady said, whatever little we give, it comes back to us 100-fold. And so their deep faith and their love has changed the face of St. Monica community. Catholic Charities in Our Lady of the Angels region especially is doing tremendous work. And I'm so grateful for being honored by that community tonight. So Jim, for your great work there and for all the care and love and support that you give to so many people across this city, it is a super gift and blessing. At St. Monica's, we helped you on Mother's Day because Monica is our mother. And so we got diapers and formula, and we gave them to some of your people here because that was a little gift from our community to give you that kind of love and support. And I want to join the people of St. Monica tonight. Many of them gave some significant donations to you, and our community wants to give you a gift of $2,500. So I hope that will help the great work that's being done there in this great community of Catholic Charities across this country.
Thank you so much.
And finally, to be just so grateful, brothers and sisters, you know, to have the opportunity to continue to serve, to have the opportunity to continue to love, to have the opportunity to reach out to the peripheries. That's our challenge, that's our gift, and that's our blessing. So God bless St. Monica tonight, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
What a well-deserved honor. My goodness.
Thank you, Jim.
Well, gosh, this has been just amazing. What a tremendous hour, a little hour plus. Before we close, we're going to pull one last giveaway drawing. It's 2 bottles of wine and the Doors album, Weird Scenes Inside the Gold Mine, signed by Robbie Krieger. And the winner is Salvador Martin. Salvador Martin. Congratulations.
Hey, Salvador.
Oh, wait a minute, I almost forgot. We have one last award. That's our humanitarian award. Our humanitarian awardee doesn't even know who he is because he does so much work, not only for Catholic Charities, but for charities across Los Angeles. Our 2020 humanitarian award goes to Fritz Coleman.
What?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much. I'm so honored. The fact that you would take me, a lapsed Episcopalian, into your good work.
Yes.
I'll tell you, this event, even when we have it during regular years, is so inspirational. All the wonderful testimony, and I'm so beautifully treated and welcomed. I'm just honored to be here. This is the icing on the cake. Thank you, Jim.
You deserve it, my friend.
Thank
you.
You
Really, really do.
Great.
Thank you.
So, thank you everyone tonight for being here, for contributing, for giving us your support throughout the year. And we're going to leave you now with a song from our good friend Otis O'Solomon from the St. Margaret Center. God bless you all.
Thank you, Jim.
There are many challenges that we as people face, regardless of our profession, our creed, our sex, our race. But it's not the challenges that determine how well we live. It's our response to challenges that determine what life is. Our self-responsibility is first to recognize our problems. Our choices are ignore, seek help, and not think and solve them. Our best answers doesn't always lie in logical or reasoning type decisions. They're in God's words, our faith, our desires, and our sacred vision. Our Creator is loving, and willing to rebuild our lives, improve When we admit our helplessness and ask that obstacles be removed, and invite into our lives God's grace and divine direction. And in faith let go, letting God let flow His divine protection out of love, hope, and evidence of things unseen. Sacred spiritual substance we build like precious dreams. When we release what is to make room for things to be, and paint on the canvases of our minds and spirits the visions we want to see and become, and name these things we need and desire to have, and claim these things through our spoken words and prayers, and the Holy Spirit will grant us our desires. Before He does, there are certain things He requires. Let go of mental pictures that shows us how to lose. Let go of failure words like can't, trying, maybe, if, confused.